and brought to you by Sprite. It's the 2K pregame show.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal on 2K Sports, and the NBA season is about.
We have an interconference affair lined up for you today as the San Antonio Spurs come in for this one. This is 2K Sports bringing you the NBA. I'm Kevin Harlan calling the action with my broadcast partners Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. So Cleveland will get the first possession. Now a chance, courtesy of
what's up, X dude?
And ready to go. The starting five on the floor. On the court right now for the Spurs. Green teams with Leonard.
What's up, X dude?
Down low, it's Duncan and Splitter, and it's Parker in at the point guard.
Cavs tried to make a push for the playoffs last season, in a way going against the grain, but instead a disappointing season when it was all over. Coach and front office questioning the team's effort.
Duncan outside. The pass to Leonard. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Shot clock at 5. Knocked loose. Well, the Cavs did make some big changes from last season, and they shouldn't have a problem staying motivated, putting in the effort this year.
Well, you know, Kevin, last year they were a very young group and didn't have the vet presence they might have needed. With LeBron coming in, they've got brilliance in every category, leadership and play. He's got the clout of his championship rings. The whole mindset of the team is about to go to a very different and high level. He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
No, that's for sure, because this guy's too good of a shooter to miss that look consistently.
And Doris Burke caught up with Coach Greg Popovich. Doris?
The one player on his mind in this matchup, Kevin Love. And it's not for his scoring ability, but for the harm he can do to a team on the backboards. You saw what he can do to teams if he goes unchecked, Coach said. We don't want to let him get up and get over 20 or 30 rebounds on us. And to do that, we got to check him out each time a shot goes up. Guys, easier said than done.
Thanks, Doris. There is Zhao, passes to Love. He feeds it to Waiters. Over Green. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
Oh, come on, man.
Definitely, I think he should have converted that one.
Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Kevin Love.
Tristan Thompson.
Spurs have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. Parker kicks to Splitter. And it's good in the assist by Parker.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by.
Tony could well be the best point guard penetrator in the game. He's great at finding the seam and getting the ball up and off glass before the shot blocker can recover. And once the ball hits the glass and comes off, it's no touch.
Oh my God, man.
And there's the call on
Come on.
Irving. That's his first foul.
Ah! I should have went on. I shouldn't have done that.
Parker with it. He's picked up by Irving. Parker dishes to Green. Into Tim Duncan. Stolen by Thompson. Here's Waiters, and he uses the glass on the way. Waiters got his first bucket in this one.
Yeah, he didn't have to slow down at all, guys. Just perfectly timed pass there.
Parker passes to Leonard. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Kind of rare to see him come up empty on a wide-open look.
And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession.
They're fortunate that one was just deflected and not stolen. Dodged a bullet there.
Here's LeBron, and the Cavaliers get another bucket right there.
Well, he's off to a good start, and he's a guy who we know. I mean, if he gets going early, he can give you problems all day.
Parker kicks to Splitter. And nothing is falling for him right now. Some firepower, Clark and Steve, from this offense.
Yeah, how about the air and confidence? I mean, they really look like they believe in what they're doing.
Yeah, a little swagger here from this team. They're in a nice groove.
This past offseason, the Spurs found themselves with a bit of wiggle room at the end of the salary cap.
For so long, Kevin, they've been able to only make moves through the
Actually, what do you think about the Cavs now?
They really do well.
Beating Spurs right now.
Ability was new to them, and I'm sure they'll take full advantage of it.
Now here's Parker. Outside Leonard. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Well, for the Spurs, who knows what the future holds. It's an aging team, but they do have some players to build around. And so they could have gone in any direction with their cap space.
There's the bucket good.
Sometimes the defenders were a little lazy getting to him.
Spurs trail by 7. Poked loose, stolen by Verejao. And the slam dunk by Irving.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. Lack of concentration and alertness, a turnover, and an easy bucket the other way in transition.
And if we see a few more of them, this game could be in danger of getting out of hand quickly.
San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter.
You know, with the Spurs and their offseason options, it's actually going to get more flexible after the end of the 2015 season when they can practically build
I don't know how.
Team from scratch. Almost zero salary commitment at the end of the 2015 season. Well, they've yet to string many stops together.
Just seems like they've been a step slow here.
Parker against Irving. Green kicks to Duncan. No luck. Nice D from Verejao.
Great job defending the hoop there.
So important to have good presence defensively inside.
Irving against Parker. He dishes it to Splitter. Up and in on the layup. 1:07 left to play in the first. Here's Waiters. And again, it's Cleveland.
They got themselves in front with some outstanding shooting right off the bat.
Yeah, it's been a clinic at that end of the floor, no question.
It's Parker with the drop. Took him no time at all on that one. Parker's got 6. Here's Irving. 5 points in the game.
Kyrie Irving, clearly a player
There we go.
who with greatness from a very young age. Going back to the 4th grade, he wrote, "I'm going to the NBA," and he wrote it across the back wall of his closet. And while it was hidden behind his clothes, it certainly wasn't far from his head or his heart.
And Irving still wanted to write down goals. He used to write them in a notebook he still keeps. Now he'll write them down in his phone. All part of setting his sights high and dreaming big.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Sean Marion is checked in for Verejao. Miller comes in for James. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Waiters. And he gets it to go. There's 38 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Cavaliers leading by 8. And for Irving, just like those words in the back of his closet stayed hidden, his great talent stayed hidden for a long time as well.
Yeah, it didn't really dominate until his senior year of high school, Kevin. Only 11 games he played at Duke. It might seem he was an overnight sensation in the NBA, but in truth, he spent a lifetime laying the foundation for his game.
San Antonio shooting their first free throws of the game. And that one falls for Dion.
Oh my God, I just got that.
And Dion drops them both.
Oh my God, I just got that.
15 seconds left here in the first quarter. Outside Irving. Miller outside. Pass to Marion. With 2 seconds left, and it's rejected. A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. Cleveland ahead. They're up by 6. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Cavaliers.
And they've come out in attack mode defensively, applying pressure and stealing the ball repeatedly.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
Kevin Love out there with Tristan Thompson. Then it's Mike Miller. Then it's Matthew Dellavedova. And it's Marion in at the small forward. That's the group for Cleveland going right now here in the second. Everything appeared to be lined up for Cleveland to get back into playoffs last year, but that just wasn't the case. A lot of what-ifs for them last season.
And with another top pick on the roster, Kevin, and a youthful team, they were a popular pick before the season to play postseason games, but they still needed some seasoning.
And so here's Cleveland after the basket by San Antonio.
He's one guy the defense is not afraid to leave open from that range, and for obvious reasons.
Here's Bellinelli. That shot's good on the assist by Ginobili. Bellinelli's got the game tied up here for the Spurs. Cleveland's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. And Marion gets it to go.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
Now Mills. And Duncan throws it down hard. Stupendous rush to the rim and a mighty slam on the end of it.
But through the teeth of some pretty soft D, I can't help but say that.
Well, let's see how that impacts things here, because those kinds of plays sometimes can be game changers on both sides.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. And the Cavaliers with some changes. James checked in for Thompson. And it's Waiters in for Miller. Then for the Spurs, Splitters checked in for Duncan. Leonard comes in for Marco Bellinelli. And Parker subbed in for Patty Mills.
I'll tell you what, he is so difficult to guard, especially on a shot like that one.
Spurs trail by 3. Parker kicks to Splitter. Ginobili outside. There's the feed to Splitter. Well, going into last season, Thiago Splitter accepting a 4-year, $36 million extension, Steve, from the Spurs.
A lot of people question the value of that contract, but Splitter more than earned it with his play throughout the regular season and in the playoffs. He's versatile, he can pass, he can defend, and even though his numbers were down a little bit last year, he made tremendous impact just in terms of their interior play.
And Splitter clearly, when you look at him offensively, is not a floor spacer. He's a guy who's going to finish inside. He's going to set solid screens. Even though he plays close to the basket, his field goal percentage dropped by almost 10% over the last couple of seasons. He was once superb in that area. Now he's just rock solid. But with the Spurs, in his role, rock solid is good enough.
And a chance here to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Gentlemen, we all know that Manu Ginobili has had a terrific career playing mostly as a sixth man. Ginobili said, I don't think it was a big sacrifice. Maybe at first it was a little painful on the ego, but when I got in, all the plays were for me. I started to feel confident in that role. Now I enjoy it, and I don't even want to start. Kevin?
Doris, he puts pragmatism over ego. Thank you.
Splitter still shooting over 90% of the shots in the paint, but less effective down low. Injuries perhaps a factor. We'll see if he can bounce back.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Here's Parker. Good work defensively by Marion.
Some rugged defense there against one of the stronger finishers in the game.
A nice shot by LeBron.
What a job he's doing here. I mean, his second quarter has been even better than his first, and that was pretty good.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Thanks, guys. guys, I was able to hear Greg Popovich coaching his team during that last break. He'd like them to go fast and put pressure on the defense in the open court. He told them also they should be swarming to the basket at the offensive end. He wants a lot of bodies inside. So, Kevin, change is already being made on the fly here in the second quarter.
Thank you, Doris. Parker drives in. Can't connect from short range.
You know, typically, guys, he has the body control to finish when he's in that tight. I'm not sure what happened there.
So much can be said about the Spurs' dominance as a franchise. I mean, 15 straight years of winning 50 games or more during the regular season. And, you know, last year, they were at least 500 or better against every other team in the league, and they have been since 1976.
And stolen by LeBron. Now Cleveland moving it up. Marion with the ball. LeBron dishes to Marion. Poked away. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. Terrible turnover.
Anderson Varejão's checked in for Cleveland. Kyrie Irving comes in for Matthew Dellavedova. Green, he's checked in for San Antonio. Spurs trail by 3. They set the screen. He kicks it to Diaw. From 10 feet out, and he gets it to go. Diaw's got 8. Here's LeBron. He's got 17. And it's Dion Waiters with the foul. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
Diaw inside. He's guarded by Love. And the basket by Diaw. He's got 10.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
Yeah, the defense has been futile with 5 of the last 6 field goals in the lane. And those are not the kind of three-point opportunities you can give to shooters in the NBA. These guys are just too good.
You're exactly right. It'll burn you every time, just like it's burning them here.
Leonard, no luck.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
Parker passes to Leonard. Parker against Irving. And Parker with the basket on the assist by Splitter. Parker's got it all tied up now for the Spurs.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Yeah, you look at the numbers, 10 of the last 12 points have come from close range, so I agree. And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the three-point line. That's 4 of the last 5. You got to run those guys off the line.
I agree, and the defense is practically giving them those shots, though.
A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Green's got his first bucket in this one. The Cavaliers have gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the second quarter, just under 50% shooting. The 3 from LeBron, the offensive rebound. Love kicks to Irving. Off target from three-point range. San Antonio's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Pass to Diaw. And it's good in the assist by Parker. Parker's got his 5th assist in this one. Guys, what a tight start to the game this has been.
You know what? Can you believe there have been 7 lead changes already, guys?
Wow.
Yeah, we're still in the first half. I mean, the way this thing is going, this could turn into a wild one.
And we're through 2 here and a good one. Spurs lead by 1.
Thanks, Kevin. I'm with LeBron, and you didn't have much resistance in that first quarter, but the second quarter they came out strong. What made them successful in that one?
Man, it's a good team. It's a really good team, and they executed in the second quarter, made shots, and got to rhythm. So.
Tonight won't be easy, LeBron. Thank you. Kevin, over to you.
Thank you, Doris, and we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime. And we welcome you back to start the quarter. Players had a chance to get hydrated with Gatorade. And there's certain to be some great basketball ahead for us.
What a game for LeBron. He has 20 points, and he's drained 4 3-pointers here as well.
With more to come, maybe. The way his shot looks tonight, looks like he's in for a big night. You know, one of the reasons the Spurs are able to stay near the top of the standings is that their play is consistent. They never seem to drop games that they're supposed to win, and that's true even when they're on the road.
Here's who Greg Popovich is starting in the second half. Parker and Danny Green are your 1 and your 2. Leonard and Duncan are the pair at forward, and it's Splitter in at the center position. Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Well, guys, Coach Greg Popovich, the reigning coach of the year, a big part of his approach is empowering players. He says, quote, it's a player's game, and they've got to take charge. Rather than try to manipulate them, he said, it's a great feeling when players get together and do things as a group. Kevin?
Thanks, Doris.
You know, giving his players room to lead and allowing them to take ownership, I mean, I think that's part of the genius of Popovich.
Here's Green. Following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession. Well, the Spurs were incredible on the road last season. San Antonio, the best record on the road in the NBA by far.
Well, they were the best team in the NBA by far, for the most part. I mean, there's nobody that's going to deny that. 30 wins was more than most teams would get at home. But as you mentioned, the Spurs just don't lose to lesser teams on the road, and that's a credit to everybody there, the coaches, the focus and lock in, and they don't give away games most times.
A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Duncan left side. Leonard attacking. That's good, and so Duncan with the assist. Leonard's got the lead up to 3 now for the Spurs.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
Well, they continue to find the open man and play unselfishly. This is true team basketball we're seeing.
Well, LeBron said last season that he just couldn't see leaving the Heat. But I guess he came around. The championship foundation in Miami, but some cracks started to show, and now he's back in Cleveland.
San Antonio calls timeout. And for LeBron Clark, you think from a competitive standpoint it might have made sense for him to leave Miami?
I don't know if it was driven by competitive reasons. Quite honestly, I mean, with the new luxury tax, it had gotten harder for the Heat to add talent to that superstar core. You know, on the Cavs side, LeBron can command the max and play with some younger up-and-coming players who are a relative bargain on their rookie contracts. But I think it went deeper than that. I think it really was about the pull of Northeastern Ohio being stronger than any other consideration for him and his family.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's foul number 2 for him. 90 seconds now into the second half.